I've got one for Pack. Simply the best. that came from the Fleetwood commentators.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Here we go. It's the Pompey pod with Mike and Dan, and it's a happier week for us this week, Dan, isn't it? Because after a fantastic away win against the impressive Fleetwood Town, we maintain top position.
Yes, they were impressive as well, weren't they?
Oh, were they ever? Were they ever? We'll tell. If you missed it, we're going to tell you all about it. So yes, it's Pompey pod.
If you've got a spare 45 seconds, watch the highlights.
Yeah, the highlight.
Yeah,
the singular. It's not the best, but it's 3 points all the same. So let's get straight into it. Away at Highbury, impressive ground I thought as well. Highbury,
everything.
I particularly liked that little corner. No, I particularly like the corner where if you lived in those houses there, you literally could watch the match for free every day, every week. Just kind of like overlooked one of the corner of the pitch. And always good to see a burger outlet visible from the side of the pitch. I love that.
And a full-size goal on wheels just wheeled off to the side of the pitch.
Can't put it anywhere else. But this is what happens when you're in League One, and hopefully we won't be for much longer. But here's a win. What were your thoughts on the game? Let's break the first half down into two, shall we? First half of the first half.
Okay. So the issue I have with discussing the game is that I was also putting a shelf up at the time. And it was a toss-up between watching the game or putting the shelf up, and I actually got more enjoyment out of putting the shelf up.
And I know how much you love DIY.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I thought the first half was all right. I thought we dominated. It was sort of a typical Pompey performance. I thought just sort of dominating possession without creating too much. There wasn't really much to talk about, was there? No, there wasn't much to talk about the whole game, but I thought first half we were quite comfortable. Needed to have.
It was just that dull, though, wasn't it? It was dull.
Yeah, needed to get at least 2 goals in front, I think. But I thought Pack was quality though first half.
Yeah,
really good.
Agreed. Yeah, I thought he was well. I thought the first 20 minutes or so we were just boring, same old. We were passing around, and actually, when we did lose the ball, they actually broke with speed. They didn't create anything with it, but they did break with a bit of pace.
Hold on. What about this? Sorry, go on.
No. No, go on.
What about the formation? We didn't say anything about the formation change.
Oh, yes, that's a very good point. Yeah,
I could not believe that. I was talking to my brother beforehand, saying, he was saying, what's the team going to be today then? I said, well, it'll just be the obvious, won't it? The 4-5-1, because Mousinho does nothing else with Bishop up top.
That's how he plays.
And then I saw the team sheet, and I was like, he's actually done something different. And I couldn't work it out on paper either.
Yeah, I couldn't.
That's the thing. Your selection was the standard selection that would be his team for every other game ever played. Yeah. But then, I couldn't work out the team. I thought, well, he must be putting Lane and Kamara as wing backs, and then I thought, and Lowry sort of as the number 10. And maybe 3 in the middle. And then I thought, hold on a minute. He's got Devlin in there. And then Devlin was a wing back, was he? Was he a
kind of a wing back? Yeah, kind of right wing back. Lane was kind of like the left wing back. Yeah. It kind of worked, didn't it? It kind of worked. I thought Lowry was very busy first half, which was nice.
Yeah.
Getting some energy in. And actually, I thought the position where kind of in off the right-hand side kind of suited Kamara as well. Because he looked a little bit dangerous there, but also difficult to pick up. What about his goal? Talk us through his goal. How did you? What was your thoughts on that?
Nice bit of skill in the centre. A good pass from Pack, wasn't it, out of defence? Which was. I think that was even picked up by the commentators. The commentators loved Pack, didn't they?
Oh, they did, didn't they?
The Fleetwood commentators. But I think even they were surprised that ball suddenly came out from Pack rather than just playing it across the back. He suddenly picked that pass out, didn't he, to Kamara just past the halfway line.
Yeah,
he did a little good bit of skill, and then I thought the shot was quite awful. I don't quite know. And then if you listen to the Andrew Moon commentary, he's talking about how great the goal was. I thought, well, that's clearly gone in the middle of the goal, hasn't it?
Yeah. What was the keeper doing? I can only assume it was unsighted.
Deflection, but there was no deflection, was there? It was just
he must have had plenty of time. Yeah, right down the centre of the goal. But fair play for having a go from distance. But you'd expect most goalkeepers to save that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I think as my son said, he said Kamara is one of our only players that actually has a shot from outside the box, which is quite true, I think.
I was trying to think when we last scored from outside the box, and I think the only one I could think of was Kamara's from the edge of the box. That kind of half volley. It was a half volley or volley in the. I'm trying to think who we beat in that game. It was down at Fram Park, and it was in front of the Milton end.
Yeah. No, was it not Mendes against Man City? Was that the last time?
Possibly. Maybe that was that one. I'm confusing the two.
No, Kamara's. Was that outside the box? I don't remember.
Just if it was just. But
yeah.
Okay. Well, So I thought we were busy. I thought we were working. I have to say, I thought Fleetwood were awful first half, weren't they? They were absolutely. All they did was the positive. They had, like I said, they had a couple of little runs, but didn't really come to anything, and were constantly just putting it out of play. But
I do think it's quite amusing how these commentators are sort of they're sort of resigned to it, aren't they? They're not really bothered. They don't care. They're just like, oh well, we are playing Pompey and they're top of the league, and we haven't
particularly the more northern of the two.
Yeah. They're just quite happy to stream a couple of passes together. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely play there at the back and out for a throw-in.
Yeah.
And here goes Marlon Pack. I'm just going to give his balls a little tickle. And away he goes.
Only play for us.
If only, we only dream of players like Marlon Pack.
Yeah.
But they were quite funny, weren't they? They were funny. Okay, so but the second half was I thought it was very similar to the Stevenage game, whereby actually it's almost like we just kind of decided at half time let's just defend this lead for 45 minutes or whatever.
Well, they just sort of I think Fleetwood obviously hadn't done well. I'm sure they had done their homework, but they probably got to half time and thought, oh yeah, the high press is going to work, so let's just do that in the second half. Stop Pat getting on the ball so often, and then and stop them playing out. And then they did that, but then unfortunately they didn't have anything else on top of that, did they? A couple of half chances, but
Norris was pulled into one decent save. I seem to remember in the second half, but that's about it, wasn't it? I just remembered saying actually one of their commentators said during the first half, and again it was Marlon Pack related because Pack went to take Pack had just taken a long throw, and he was like, he's like, they're kind of like shocked. Didn't know he had that in his weapon.
Yeah.
Is that the sort of thing that the coaches will review? It's like, no, they don't look at things like that. They they just turn up. Who are we playing this week, lads? Oh, Harvey Hardmark.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Of course they do.
No, they don't think. Now they just make up on the spot. Corners and that, they just work it out. They'll just work it out on the pitch.
Yeah. Who are we playing this week, lads? What kind of kit do they wear?
Yeah.
Have we got 11? Best player always turns up smoking a fag right just before kick-off.
Yeah.
Always the way. Okay, let's go into our... this week, rather than 2-word reviews, we're going to go with a song title review of the Pompey players. Now, I've only got 2 subs because I can't think we did any more than 2 subs, but I might be wrong. But so I've got down Sparks and Sadie. Did anyone else come on? I'm sure somebody else came on towards the end, but I can't think who.
Sparks, Sadie. Who else was on the bench? White, Scully. None of those, was it?
Did Scully come on? I can't remember Scully come. You might have come on for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So let's go with what we got here. Okay. Anyway, so have you got anything for Norris, or shall I kick off with Norris?
Well, I've got one for Norris. Would you like to hear it?
Go on,
it's sort of like it's a song title, but it's sort of like a lyric as well, and it's a change would do you good. Yeah.
So, okay. All right. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. That's better than what I had. So
can we just put Macy in now, please?
Yeah.
But Colin, what was your one?
Go out. I had Better Man by Pearl Jam. Yeah. So because I thought he had an okay game, didn't have much to do, as you say. I don't have anything for Shock C because I couldn't think of anything. So anything from you?
No. Not for Shock C. I've got one for Towler.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You have the. I'll swap my Towler one for Shock C because it kind of suits him as well. So I've got All Right by Supergrass. All Right by Supergrass for Shock C.
It's funny you should say that because I was gonna collectively group about 5 or 6 players under that very same song title. Okay. I was going to say All Right by Supergrass, but I've got Towler. Take a Chance on Me.
Okay.
As in, I thought he did all right.
And got a bit bullied second half, didn't he?
Yeah, but I don't know. I just thought he was all right. I thought it was good to see him go because I thought he was well out of favour.
Yeah,
so he was probably as shocked as anyone to see his name on the team sheet. Is that right, boss?
You sure
put my name on there? Yeah, is that upside down? No, you're actually starting.
So Ragger, I've got solid Ashford and Simpson.
Yeah, very good.
Kind of just pretty much suits him. Who do you want to go with next?
I've got one for Pack.
Okay, go on, Pack. Yeah.
Simply the best. that came from the Fleetwood commentators.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. All right, I'll go back to Devlin. So I've got I Try by Macy Gray.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
it's funny because I was thinking of a trying one for Devlin as well. What's your morale?
Morale, I put Fighter by Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, I did have one which was on the lines of I can't remember what I chose now for morale. I think it was Maniac. But the whole point was the fact that he got booked and then he got hauled off pretty soon. He got taken off at half time, didn't he? Did he get taken off at half time?
Injury apparently.
Oh, was it? He did get carded, didn't he?
He did get carded, and then a couple of minutes later he got clattered in a challenge, and apparently he hobbled around for 5 minutes, and then they decided at that point he was going off at half time. But I thought at first it was due to the yellow because. Yellow was another one of it. It's another one of those silly yellows, wasn't it? Where he just grabbed someone around the waist or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was morale. Lane, did you?
I had The Invisible Man by Queen.
Okay, very good. Yeah, that's better than what I had. So we'll move on from that. Lowry, I've got Back for Good by Take That, but with a question mark. Back for Good?
Yeah, very good. Yeah,
probably not, but
Yeah, no, that's good.
For now.
Bishop, I've got a good one for
Kamara.
Bishop. Oh, do Kamara.
Go on.
No, do Kamara.
Well, Kamara, I've got Long Shot.
Yeah.
Kamara, Long Shot by Catfish and the Bottom.
Oh, right, yeah. Love that song.
Yeah, the long shot, that's it.
Yeah. Bishop, I've got When Will I See You Again? That works quite well.
Very good. Yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah. So I had something on a similar sort of line. I put Where Do You Go To, My Lovely by Peter Tartar.
Yeah, I had that as well. Yeah. And I've had that in my head all day, that song, since I wrote it down.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Sadie, first of the subs.
I haven't heard that song. What's that? Is that an old Smiths one, is it?
One of the subs.
Yeah. No, go on, I haven't got one.
I've just got Stronger by Britney Spears, but that's about all. And I thought my Sparks one was quite good. If you obviously it's not This Town Ain't Big Enough for the both of us. Sparks, I've gone with Last Resort by Papa Roach.
Oh yeah, very good.
Because he was a bit of a last resort, wasn't
he? Yeah.
All right, there you go. There's our song title reviews. Some of them were very good, I thought.
That was good. What was the what was up with Rafferty?
He had a pain in the neck, apparently.
All right.
So they say.
Yeah.
Pain in the neck, which that's obviously what forced him into the dramatic change of shape. But It worked. I'm not sure it would work against a better team, but go on.
I just realised we know who the third sub was now, don't we?
Who?
Ogilvy.
Of course he was. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He was back.
Great news.
He was back.
Great
literally
news.
with a bang, he was, because he basically just fouled people for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That
reminded me. So that's good. That's good. That
yes.
So hopefully with these games, if we can get Ogilvy and Lowry back to full fitness, then that's a very good sign, I think.
Tis good news. News. So do you think back to normal shape if Rafferty's fit for the weekend? With maybe Ogilvy coming in at left?
Do you think he'll start him? I don't.
He hasn't got the minutes in him, I suppose, has he?
No. Maybe.
So
it all depends how fit he is, doesn't it?
It does. What's your thoughts? Port Vale away at the weekend. It was actually, before we go to that, it was quite a good weekend for us because obviously Bolton lost. Bolton lost to Lane Orient.
Derby drew.
Yes, and
disappointing one was Peterborough.
Peterborough were losing, weren't they? But they came back to win 2-1. But still, it just goes to show it's a long way to go.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we were saying about last week about how if everyone wins their games in hand, we can go down to 4th. And then in the space of that weekend, we're now Peterborough can go above us, providing they win. Well, no, actually, providing they don't lose their game in hand. Derby would have to win their game in hand. And then Bolton have got 3 games in hand on us, but they're 5 points behind. So they're, as Henry Kelly would say,
playing catch up.
Playing catch up.
Playing catch up. Indeed. Yes. I think our internet's gone a little bit, hasn't it? It's gone a bit crackly.
Excellent.
That's all right. We'll plough on. So Derby actually go top if they beat Reading on tomorrow night. I think it's Tuesday night, perhaps, maybe Wednesday. No, probably Tuesday, isn't it? If they win, they go top, don't they, on goal difference? So, well. But it's good to get the win back under
big goal difference as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, about 6 goals.
We're top of the league, aren't we? We're top of the league, and I'd rather be there than requiring wins to go top. So.
Yeah, and I think although it was a hard-fought win, it kind of hopefully stops the rise. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've still had pretty poor form, but I think just sometimes those little games where they're tough, but you end up winning can change the direction of travel, can't it? So maybe now got a couple of games that are winnable. Port Vale away, then Oxford, a bit of a tough one, then Northampton at home. So let's see how we go. Obviously, you're excited about Miles Pert-Harris signing from Brentford today.
Yes, good.
It is good. It is good. He seems very similar to Robertson by what I've heard and from the videos I've seen. So that's good.
It's a good bit of business, isn't it?
We'll see how he gets on. I imagine he will be. I imagine he'll feature at some stage against Port Vale. So we'll see how that goes. Just one thing quickly. Obviously, Corey Taylor-Blackett. Are you familiar with this former Charlton, now Derby player?
Now Derby, yeah.
I just wanted to quickly say on him. A lot of people are saying it. I think they're saying that the Eisners showed a lack of ambition by not signing him. I don't know. He is, don't get me wrong, he looks a very good player, but I think he looks a very good player at this level. And I wonder if they're worried about signing someone like that and then having them on 2 years in the Championship when they're not a Championship level quality player, perhaps.
Possibly. I mean,
you've got to look at this league first, I suppose some people would say.
Yeah, but also the Eisners can't just buy everyone who has at one point or another been good in League One. There's got to be, and the player's got to want to join us. So it's not just a case of he's available, so we'll have him. I think we'll take that player. Thank you.
It's not as simple as that, is it?
No, of course not.
You do your research. It's a little bit like when you research people taking long throws, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so 3 points. Thoughts of the weekend? Another 3 points away at Port Vale? Should be, shouldn't it?
Yes. Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
let's just, and hopefully with these players coming back, just see a bit more of a So let's just have a little bit more attacking, shall we? Let's have a little bit more attacking.
Yeah. And also competition for places. I think it also, even if the team stays the same, you know that if you're not on your game, you're potentially out the side. So maybe that bit of competition will sharpen their game. Let's see. Just one thing we mentioned last week.
Yep. I was just going to say, I wonder why I didn't try Towler at right back. Anyway, moving on.
Is he left-footed? I think he's left-footed, isn't he? Not that that's a reason why he shouldn't, but he always seems to play on the left side of a back 2 or 3, doesn't he?
Somebody does. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. The fact that he also moves Shocknessy over suggests that maybe Towler is left-footed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Showing my knowledge.
Shocknessy normally on the left, isn't he? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say as well, because we talked last week about was there a man of the match against Leyton Orient. It turns out there wasn't. The sponsors decided not to name a man of the match. I've actually got it here, and it says the sponsors were this is the match sponsor, the Silent Air and Sea Forwarding Services declined to name a man of the match because they thought it was such a dismal game. So they wanted to give it to the fans or to a player from the other team, and they weren't allowed to, apparently. So they just said, no, we won't. Because one of the reasons being is they didn't want somebody after that game having to come into the sponsors' room and having to kind of try and pretend to be happy for pictures and things, which is fair enough.
Oh, so they did it for the players' benefit, did they?
Well, I think also because they're shocking.
Well, they were, but I'm sure you could pick someone out of that team, didn't you?
Well, we went Morello Lowry, didn't we?
Yeah.
But anyway. But there you go. That clears that up. That clears, thank you, the news.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Bit of information.
Excellent research. Well done.
Okay, let's get quizzing.
Okay.
You going first?
Yes.
Quick fire quiz.
Okay, right. So I've gone down the route of Tenable. Seen that little Tenable?
Tenable? No, not familiar.
You've seen Tenable? Not seen Tenable? No. With a little fella, the little Ewok man. Come on.
What Corey Taylor Blackett?
Warwick Davis.
Warwick Davis, yeah. No, I've not seen it. No, now you say I'm familiar, but no.
All right, it's really not very convoluted. Basically, they just give you a category and say, can you name the 10 things that would be in this category type thing?
Oh, okay.
All right. So what I've got is I want you to name in any order the top 10. You have to cast your mind back to Premier League era. The top 10 teams that Pompey got most points against. So if you tell me a team, if they're on the list, I'll tell you where they are on the list.
All right, Aston Villa.
Aston Villa are in 10th place. Well done. And they played for 13 points from a possible 42 against Villa. Which doesn't actually seem very much.
Okay.
But
doesn't seem that much at all, does it?
No.
Okay, so Leeds.
Leeds are
not on the list, are they?
Not on the list. That's Nick Knowles, isn't it? No, not on the list. 22th. They are the 22th on the list.
22th. Oh man, I've got to think of Charles.
Just reel them off, mate. Hang on.
Reel off the Premier League sides. Okay, West Ham.
Well, don't just. Yeah, I'd just say deal. No, if you really want to think about it. West Ham are 4th on the list.
Okay, Charlton.
So that's
not Charlton. Palace.
16 points. Palace are not in the top 10.
Oh wow.
They are 21. 21. So you've got 21.
Is there one close to home? Is there one close to home?
Is there any close? There's loads close to home. Yeah.
Southampton. Reading.
That's all close to home. Southampton. Where are they? The 24th. Six
Reading?
Points. Reading are not in the top 10. You're doing quite well here, mate. Aston Villa and Everton.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
No, you didn't say Everton, did you? No, I might just give you a clue.
Didn't say Everton. Everton in there.
Everton. Oh, well done, mate. 9th.
Okay, Burnley. No.
Wigan. Burnley or Birmingham? Who did you say?
Birmingham. Yeah, Birmingham.
Birmingham are 12th on the list.
Okay.
Wigan. No, not in the top 10.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Come on, cast your mind back. Cast your mind back to those days.
I am.
How long are we giving you? Another minute?
Yeah, one more minute.
You'll kick yourself when I'll tell you all the names.
Derby
are not.
All the teams I'm thinking of, they weren't in the Premier League long enough, were they?
We only played Derby twice in that one season, didn't we?
Blackpool.
No. They're not even on the list.
Bolton.
Bolton, well done. Now we're talking second.
Oh,
second.
Really?
18 points from a possible 42.
Where were Everton? Fourth.
Everton were 9th. So you've got 10th and 9th, 4th and 2nd. Top team.
Norwich.
No, not on there. Okay. Think a team.
West Bromwich Albion.
Trying to give you clues. You keep fucking interrupting. West Brom, no, 17th. 17th.
Try and give me a clue again.
Arsenal. Arsenal. Let's see where Arsenal are. No. Oh, Arsenal, 20th.
Okay.
6 points from a possible.
Give me a region. Give me a region in the country. Newcastle.
Fucking hell, mate. Newcastle, 11th. 11th.
Sunderland.
There we go. Sunderland. They're 3rd.
Okay.
3rd. Sort of mid. No. Who do you like to score against? Quite a lot of hat-tricks. Middlesbrough. There you go. There's your one.
There's your one. Okay.
Got 20 points from 20 points from 36 points.
Wow. Okay.
Gets Middlesbrough. Right. Is that it? We done.
This is a quick one. Go on. Yeah. I'll give up on the last ones.
Okay. So you got 10th place was Aston Villa, 9th Everton, Blackburn Rovers.
Oh, Blackburn.
Manchester City.
Blackburn was my son's first game as well.
There you go then. There you go.
Man City. That's what.
Man City before they were good.
Oh yeah. Oh, I nearly said City, and then I thought, yeah, actually, because it was that era, wasn't it? They only became good just right near the end where they tonked us 6-0.
Yeah, Fulham. In 6th. Fulham,
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Wigan in 5th. Did you say Wigan?
I said Wigan. You said it was.
I think you did. Yeah. Yeah, I think I missed that one. Sorry. Wigan in 5th. So I'll give you that one. West Ham in 4th. Sunderland in 3rd. Bolton in 2nd. Middlesbrough in 1st position.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Love it. So
you've got about 5 or 6 then.
Okay. Oh well, yeah. Happy with that.
Good.
Happy with that. I don't know if I'd have done any good under time pressure, but anyway, you're going to fly through these because what I've got another higher or lower, but I've got it on similar to what you did that time, heights. But I've gone for all big fellas, big lads, but which is the biggest?
Okay.
Or in fact, you don't have to say which is the biggest. What you have to say is, I'm going to start with one, and you have to say whether the next one is higher or lower than what came before. And of course, I'm starting with
David James.
David James is 1.94 m. Big lad. Big lad. That's about 6'5" approximately.
6'5", yeah.
Next, I'm going with Christian Burgess.
Oh, 6'5". He's not
Christian
bigger than 6'5".
Burgess. No, they are all big. They're all big. They're all big.
Yeah, but he's not bigger than 6'5". He's not bigger than 6'5". So he's 6'3", 6'4".
Christian Burgess is 1.96 m. He's slightly bigger than David James.
Fuck off. Because I've done this. I've done this before. I did this thing before, and I told you Joe Morrell was 190 centimeters or something, according to 3 different.
Christian
websites.
Burgess is 6'6". 6'6".
All right.
Okay. You're gonna like this.
I've already lost
You'll
it.
love it.
I've already lost my temper.
Ollie Hawkins, is he bigger or is he higher or lower than Christian Burgess?
Oh, God.
196.
Yeah.
6'6".
Now you'd think it'd be higher, but then that's
he's a big lad, isn't he?
Yeah, we're approaching half giant territory, aren't we? Yeah, go on then higher. I'm gonna go higher. I don't care.
Ollie Hawkins is 198. You're right to go higher. He is taller, 6'7".
6'7". Are you sure? 6'7".
Well, I don't know about 6'7", but he's 198. Whatever 198 is, 1.98 in feet is
Hawkins height. Shane Hawkins height. Who's
Shame.
oh, that's Taylor Hawkins' son.
Yeah. How tall is he?
He's a big lad.
Oh, sorry, 6'5". 6'5" is 198.
Is that
198?
6'6". 6'6" according to Wikipedia.
Okay, so James must be 6'4", Burgess 6'5", Ollie 6'6".
This is what I mean. Hold on, no, this is what I mean by the internet, right? So I've just put Ollie Hawkins' height, right? First thing that comes up is Ollie Hawkins' height, 1.98 meters. Next, what's the thing? Next entry. 6'6", 1.98 meters. Next one, 1.95 meters. Next one, 1.95 meters. Next one, 6'4", 1.93. It's fucking bullshit. Depends what day it is.
I'm going with my first answer.
Okay. Well, Sean Raggett.
Sean Raggett. Is he higher or lower than 198?
He's lower than 6'6". He's 6'5". Sure.
He is 196, so he's just lower. You are correct to go lower. All big lads, though, aren't they? Eh?
Yeah, all big lads, aren't they? Yeah.
Alan Knight is your next one. Goalkeeper, the ledge. Alan Knight. Is he 6'5" or more?
Nah, he's less than. Didn't have to be big in those days, did you? Goals were smaller. Hats were bigger.
Balls were heavier. Couldn't get off the ground.
Balls were heavier. Yeah. So no, he's about 6'3" or something. He's tiny.
Okay.
Tiny.
He is tiny. Alan Knight is 185. You're right to go lower. 185 is about 6'1", 6'2", I think.
Yeah.
Next up, Sol Campbell. Is he bigger or not as big as Alan Knight?
It's going to be very close, I think, isn't it? Let's go for slightly bigger.
Slightly bigger is correct.
Higher.
188. 188 is correct for Sol Campbell. Noel Blake, big lad, is your next one. Is he bigger or smaller than Sol Campbell at 188? We got a few more of these, by the way.
Okay, all right, I'll speed it up. He's lower because again, it's back in the 70s, 80s, and people weren't so tall in those days.
people didn't grow so much those days.
Yeah.
You're right. He was 183, just over 6 foot. Similar era though. Mark Haitley. Did he grow taller or less tall than Noel Blake?
Taller. 6'1", 6'2".
Straight in 190. He was big lad. Mark Haitley.
Yeah.
Correct. Kit Simons.
Lower.
Higher or lower than Mark Haitley?
Lower.
Kit
He's about
Simons.
6 foot.
He was surprisingly 188. So that's about 6'2", 6'3"-ish. Something around there. 188. So just slightly lower. Matt Clark. Is he taller or shorter than Kit Simons?
Lanky, stretch. He's a big one.
Yeah. He's a big
higher.
one. Matt Clark.
Yeah.
According to the website I looked at, he's 185.
What's that? Which makes him 5'3".
185. Hang on. How tall is Matt Clark? If this overrules the first answer, then I'll give it to you. No, it's still like 185. It's still what they're saying.
So what are they saying that is then? What's 185?
185 is 181 is 6 foot. 181 is 6 foot. 182-ish, 102. Yeah. So he's about 6'1". And then finally, your last one. Matt Clark is just over 6 foot. Yakubu, don't forget he's stocky, but surprisingly tall. Was he taller though than Matt Clark? This is the question. Yakubu.
It wasn't over 6 foot. Yakubu. That'd be stupid.
Hey, now he was.
He was over 6 foot. Is that what he said?
He was over 6 foot, but was he taller than Matt Clark or not?
No. He was just over 6 foot.
No. He was just over 6 foot, and he was shorter than Matt Clark. You are correct. So actually, apart from your initial thing, you got all the rest right, didn't you? So you got.
No, I didn't get Matt Clark right, did I?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, you didn't. 7, 8. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, correct. Yeah. Well played. Congrats. And that concludes that fascinating quiz. And it also concludes our podcast for the week, Dan. That is us done.
Thank goodness.
If you want to get in contact with us, you can do. You can do via @PompeyPod on either YouTube, Facebook, or X. Write some comments. Get involved. We will mention some comments because we are getting a few comments now mainly on Facebook, but an occasional one on YouTube.
I was going to say, if they're one of the 11,000 people that watched that reel from last week, please just say something.
Yeah, it was popular. Your Jack Sparks analysis. 11,000 people. Yeah.
Why is that? I don't understand how it can go from
it's
hundreds
good content,
to
Dan, that's why.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
It's good content. Yeah, it's good analysis.
I think that speaks more for the rest of the content, doesn't it? The fact
it's
that
the highlight.
One out of 1,000 reels.
Yeah. Out of the 18 months of doing this, we've had one hit the heights of more than a few people watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are watching it, then get involved. Put a little comment on there. Put whatever you want. We're quite happy to share your comments, and we will do next week. We'll have a little roundup of some of the comments we received this week. Why not subscribe? We do have 232 people now follow us on Facebook, and we're almost up to 50 on YouTube. Let's see if we can get to 100 by the end of this season. That's our aim, 100 by the end of the season. And I want to try and get to maybe 500 on Facebook. That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be right nice. Anyway, that is enough for us today. And goodbye. We'll be back next week.
Bye.